But first, when the inevitable post-mortems are conducted on how Australia handled the coronavirus outbreak, there will be an overwhelming sense that we got a lot of things right, especially our ability to flatten the curve by doing the right thing and staying at home during the peak of the crisis. Now, the health and economic narrative will be lauded, certainly in global terms, even though there is still a long way to go, especially getting people back to work. But there have been gross failures. The Ruby Princess cruise ship scandal is indeed exactly that, a scandal. And as I said, we'll be bringing you more on what happened at today's Commission of Inquiry shortly. Evidence being presented right now to that inquiry reveals the true extent of the cover-up and indeed protection racket being run by health officials. It's abundantly clear that there was a catastrophic breakdown in COVID-19 testing protocols, exacerbated by obfuscation and secrecy from the cruise ship company's senior people. We await Brett Walker's final report with great interest. Aged care homes have been another source of a big percentage of deaths. Clearly, there is much to do in that area. Then there's the overzealous way in which the Andrews government in Victoria has enforced lockdown restrictions. Now, turning Victoria into the backward state is not exactly what you would consider to be sound policy, but as the rest of the country gets on with the job of trying to open up its economy as quickly as possible, the left-wing Victorian Labor government fiddles while Rome burns. Andrews has got this one terribly, terribly wrong. And then there's the education narrative, another area where the Labor governments of Victoria and Queensland have ignored advice from the top medical professionals in the country, instead kowtowing to the teachers' union. Now, most kids in Queensland won't be back at school until May 25, despite all the evidence suggesting it's okay to send them back. Well, as for Victoria, who knows? They might as well just adopt homeschooling there forever. Such is the disdain for learning at the moment from the Andrews government. Now, we've done many things right during this pandemic, and some things have gone terribly wrong. But ultimately, it will be the voters who make the judgment on who made the right calls. There's no doubt that Prime Minister Scott Morrison's stocks have never been higher.